AI, IoT and legal professionals. Ethics and equity and the principles of justice do not change with the calendar. D.H. Lawrence. This section discusses considerations for legal professionals in cases involving AI and IoT. Ethical investigation and adjudication involve proper and lawful handling of evidence. Data privacy and security. Attorneys handling AI and IoT cases should be versed in data privacy laws to address issues related to the collection of sensitive information and privacy violations. One resource is the International Association of Privacy Professionals. They track legislation and news worldwide. Another resource is the National Conference of State Legislators. Their work helps to inform legislators in the areas of AI and privacy. Authentication and reliability of data. IoT data, including sensor readings and GPS locations, may provide important information. Attorneys should know how to authenticate and establish the reliability of digital evidence and IoT devices. AI is often a factor in the creation of deepfake images, audio and/or video. Deepfakes can be realistic and lifelike, often fooling the untrained eye. Legal professionals should consider the possibility of deepfakes and take discovery steps to authenticate digital evidence. It is important to stay abreast of the current research about deepfakes. Case in point. Digital evidence handling missteps, or a complete lack of digital evidence, can have serious implications. Examples of noteworthy cases involving digital evidence, or the lack of evidence, include the 3 different homicide cases. Casey Anthony acquitted. In 2011, Florida defendant Casey Anthony was acquitted of murdering her daughter. Misinterpreted digital evidence may have led to reasonable doubt in the minds of the jurors in her trial. Pedro Bravo, murderer. In 2012, Christian Aguilar was killed in Florida and his killer, Pedro Bravo, was traced through digital evidence from a mobile phone and cell tower data. Victim Philip Welsh, unsolved. In 2014, Maryland victim Philip Welsh was killed. His case remains unsolved as Welsh had no electronic devices and left no digital trace whatsoever. Cybersecurity concerns. AI user liability. Users of AI should consider the possible liability issues associated with spreading false information results generated from the technology. Libel and defamation are issues to consider whenever replicating and publishing information generated by AI. AI resources are deft at trying to defer blame for any output of bad information. OpenAI, terms of use. The terms of use for OpenAI include an indemnification clause that reads as follows. 7. Indemnification, disclaimer of warranties, limitations on liability. Indemnity. You will defend, indemnify, and hold harmless us, our affiliates, and our personnel, from and against any claims, losses, and expenses arising from or relating to your use of the services, including your content, products or services you develop or offer in connection with the services, and your breach of these terms or violation of applicable law. Digital forensics and digital evidence. Understanding the tools and techniques involved with digital forensics can be important in cases involving AI and IoT. Digital forensics is the process of collecting and analyzing electronic data in a way that is admissible in court. A competent digital forensics exam can often provide useful information. Helpful organizations for learning about DF include CompTIA, the High Tech Crime Investigation Association, Forensic Focus, International Association of Computer Investigative Specialists. Many colleges and universities across the U.S. offer coursework in digital forensics. Jurisdictional challenges. Lawyers should understand the legal implications of digital evidence from those networked IoT devices or cloud-based servers that may reside in remote locations and under different jurisdictions. Based on the Commerce Clause of the U.S. Constitution, some prosecutions may fall under federal jurisdiction when a device or its telecommunications have crossed state lines. Given that many devices are manufactured overseas and much internet traffic crosses state lines, either federal or local state legal actions may be options. E-discovery and evidence. IoT devices may generate enormous amounts of data that is often relevant in legal proceedings. Data may be within the device itself or on servers or other devices or media. The National Institute of Justice provides a useful guide, the Digital Evidence Policies and Procedures Manual. Access to digital evidence. Attorneys and investigators often face challenges in obtaining digital evidence in a timely manner, including data that resides in cloud-based technologies. Court orders, including subpoenas and/or search warrants, are often necessary for obtaining data that is held in distant locations. In some instances, data is encrypted and/or located in countries without mutual legal assistance treaties, thus making the data irretrievable and/or undecipherable. Summary: legal professionals handling cases involving AI and IoT should consider several factors. They should be familiar with data privacy laws to address issues related to the collection of sensitive information and potential privacy violations. Attorneys should know how to authenticate and establish the reliability of digital evidence and IoT devices, as IoT data can be important evidence. Legal professionals should be aware of the possibility of deepfakes being introduced as evidence and take discovery steps to authenticate such evidence. Lawyers should understand the legal implications of evidence from networked IoT devices that may be in different jurisdictions. They should understand how to collect, preserve, and use IoT data as evidence, as IoT devices may generate large amounts of data, which can be relevant in legal proceedings. Finally, attorneys should comprehend potential security vulnerabilities in IoT devices to handle cases involving cybercrimes or data breaches.